London, England, the royal seat of the United Kingdom, and one of the most recognizable cities in the entire world. Every blogger, tour guide, advice giver will tell you you need at least 3 days to travel London properly. But what if you only have 1 day to travel the entire city of London in search of the perfect quilt photo?
Dear passengers, welcome to London. The local time is 17 minutes past 8. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt signs have been switched off. We hope you enjoy the flight with us. Thank you for choosing Icelandair. Have a pleasant evening.
Traveling London, England in 1 day. I don't recommend it. There is so much to see, so much to do, and if you only have 1 day, there's absolutely no possible way that you can see and do all of it. You're gonna miss something important. But if you only have 1 day to visit any major city really around the world, the first thing I do is look for the hop-on, hop-off bus. By purchasing a hop-on, hop-off bus ticket, you get to see all the major sites, how and when you want to see them, for the price of only a 1-day pass. No need for a car, a taxi, or parking. Plus, you get an audio guide while on board sharing fun facts about the sites that you're seeing. For instance, now we're passing the Royal Courts of Justice. Loads of history here, but more importantly, this was the site of the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. The only downside to the London hop-on, hop-off bus is it takes over 2 hours to go 1 loop around the city, because the city is that big. And since this was my first time to London, what better way to see the city to figure out where exactly I should take this quilt photo? One of the newest and most iconic places in all of London is, of course, the London Eye, which is basically like a giant enclosed Ferris wheel. One of the great things about the London Eye is it literally gives you a full 360-degree view of the city. The London Eye is the world's largest cantilevered observation wheel, and it stands 135 meters, or for us here in the States, it's 443 feet. Designed by Mark S. Barfield Architects, it officially launched in the year 2000 and quickly became the UK's most popular paid-for visitor attraction. When visiting the London Eye, buy your ticket online first to save money and so you can choose your time of arrival. You can even grab a multi-attraction pass to save more money, and you can see things like Madame Tussauds, the Sea Life London, and even take a river cruise. How cool is that? Oh look, there's a river cruise going by now. And finally, one of the great and very touristy things about the London Eye is as you work your way through the line to get on board your carriage, you're gonna walk through the photo booth where you stand in front of a green screen and you smile all pretty, and then they print out a picture waiting for you at the end of your trip. And of course, as this was the great hunt for the perfect quilt photo, I couldn't help myself. am in London. I'm actually at Buckingham Palace. That's the palace behind me. I was on the big bus and I needed to change buses, and as it would have it, I was changing the buses near Buckingham Palace. So I thought, hey, let's come down here and see if I can take a picture of the quilt. Do you see all these people? Yeah, not a chance. Not a chance in hell. Just standing in front of the main gate, like in the center back that way. That's the main gate right there. It's perfect lineup. I mean, asymmetrical, just beautiful shot, right? I couldn't even get just a shot of the gate. It was, constant people. It amazes me how many people come to visit Buckingham Palace every year. I'm gonna have to look that up and show you some stats as to how many people come to Buckingham Palace every year to visit. And that's not even the most visited place in the world. Originally known as Buckingham House, it was purchased by King George III in 1761 as a gift for his wife, Queen Charlotte. Known as the Queen's House, Buckingham became the primary residence for the royal family. However, it didn't become the official residence until 1837 with Queen Victoria. The first reconstruction began in 1820 with George IV and didn't become the palace you see today until 1913. In that time, the United Kingdom saw 5 monarchs, 3 architects, and 6 wars. The palace today boasts 775 rooms and covers 77,000 square feet of floor space. Can you imagine the kinds of quilt retreats you could host with that amount of space? Pop quiz. When visiting Buckingham Palace, how do you know if the king is in residence? Let me know in the comments. The Tower Bridge. Oh my gosh! It's one of the most iconic places in the city, and it definitely screams London. What better place to try and get a quilt photo? The famous Tower Bridge was first opened June 30th, 1894. At the time, it was the grandest and most sophisticated bastille bridge in existence. Originally, the drawbridge portion was controlled by steam-powered engines to raise and lower the deck. Today, they're powered by oil and electricity. Contrary to its counterpart, the London Bridge, the Tower Bridge has never fallen. However, it did suffer some damage during World War II and had to undergo some reconstruction. In 1977, in honor of the Queen's Silver Jubilee, the bridge was painted red, white, and blue. Remind you of a quilt pattern? Do you see those upper level crossings at the top of the bridge? Those were walkways, so pedestrians could still cross the bridge while the deck was opening and closing. However, they were closed to the public in 1910 due to a lack of use. Seriously, can you imagine the views from up there? Oh, that's right, they reopened them in 1982 as a guest attraction, so now you can go up and see what the view is from up there. We have a winner! I was finally able to get the perfect quilt photo for my new London Town quilt. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. What do you think? Alright, so, yeah, that's it from London. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Stitching the Globe with Rona. and following me around while I try to grab the perfect quilt photo. Stay tuned for next week when we'll be visiting the Festival of Quilts in Birmingham.